Thank you, Tom. Next we have James Clancy from NUPG, the National Union of Public and General Employees.
Well, thank you very much, and I want to congratulate the organizers and the Save Our Net growing coalition of men and women across this country. Citizens from all walks of life are starting to realize that this is not a difficult issue. It's an important issue, but it's not difficult. All we need is this federal government to demonstrate some leadership and do the right thing. Yeah? Yeah! This notion that large corporations can now climb on the backs of the thousands upon thousands of women and men that developed this medium for communications over many years, who receive countless thousands of dollars in subsidies from our public purse. This notion that these large corporations can determine what you want to communicate to you is simply wrong. This idea that these large corporations are increasingly making it difficult for thousands of Canadians to literally access this medium for communications is simply wrong. Now, it's not difficult. All it takes is this federal government to stand up and demonstrate some leadership. And as I say, do the right thing. In the United States, citizens groups such as this, coalitions, have come together, and legislation is on the books which prevents large corporations from wreaking the kind of havoc that they're trying to do to us here in Canada. In Great Britain, in many parts of the world, citizens are recognizing and their governments are responding with legislation that protects the thousands upon thousands of people from all walks of life that depend on this mode of communications. I want to congratulate the organizers here this afternoon. This is a good start, but we need, as Tom was saying, thousands of signatures have been collected to date, but we need more than that. We need hundreds of thousands of citizens to pick up their phone, to write their MP, to call on this federal government to do the right thing. Thanks very much. We look forward to working with the coalition. Let's win this one.
Merci James. Je vais maintenant céder la parole à John Selwyn du National Capital Freenet, basé ici à Ottawa.
Hello, I'm John Selwyn. I'm the Executive Director for the National Capital Freenet. Now, the National Capital Freenet is pretty much the antithesis of Bell Canada. Well, we're a local, not-for-profit organization that's been helping for the past 15 years get people connected to the internet. In many ways, we're striving to make sure that no one gets left behind. So, we were incorporated in 1992. The NCF has, over 15 years, helped a wide range of local residents bridge that digital divide. In partnership with the City of Ottawa, Carleton University, and the Ottawa Public Library, we've reached out to residents, including the disadvantaged, the senior citizens, and the new immigrants. Over 7,000 local residents now use our dial-up, and about 2,000 use our high-speed internet using the Bell ADSL technology. We strive to meet or to understand the needs of our members and to shape our product to meet their needs. By product definition, I mean the numerous components that make up an internet service. Our DSL service is defined not only by its connection speed, but also by its availability, the download data limits or charges, contract restrictions, termination fees, and local support. NCF's high-speed access differs from that offered by Bell by being less expensive, more flexible, with no fixed contracts, and members can share their connection with their neighbors, and the fact that we have local support. A competitive environment tends to create a diversity of services and a diversity of offerings. A monopoly, on the other hand, tends toward a level playing field. Now, Bell has recently used that term, that it's, at first blush, sounds a great thing. We all want a level playing field. But what they really mean is a single service for everyone. Think black rotary telephone. As an independent ISP and a competitor to Bell, we want the ability to control the product that we sell and the price we sell it for. How can we have competition if a competitor controls what we can do? Now, with respect to innovation, countries all over the world are realizing the value of the internet for their citizens and for their economy, and are looking to create that innovation. But that innovation comes from net neutrality, comes from the competition and the innovation through that. The value of the internet connection is proportional to the speed and the availability of that connection. With dial-up at 56K, works fine for email and for the occasional browsing. But a 1 meg high-speed service gives you streaming audio, allows you to have advanced browsing and share photographs. When you get to the higher speed still, we're seeing streaming video, we're seeing the sharing of video, of contracts, of the downloading of large files, of the sharing of large files. Going into the future, of course we want more of this. We don't want to go back to the old days of monopoly. CRTC should continue to mandate that Bell Canada give us unfettered access to alternative service providers, and should not be allowed to dictate the product definition or price of what we sell. We don't want to go back to the bad old days of monopoly in telecommunications. That black rotary telephone came with very high long distance charges, with 30-day wait times for connections, but it was a really profitable time for Bell Canada. Bell is doing exactly what they should. We shouldn't be annoyed with Bell, because Bell is a for-profit company, is doing just the right thing for their shareholders, and it's up to us to ensure they don't get away with it. It's up to us to put pressure on the CRTC, which regulates the monopolies, to ensure they share the infrastructure and build the right infrastructure for us going forward. So we, in rallies like this and in communication through CRTC, must put pressure on them to stand up for us and encourage us to do the right thing in keeping net neutrality, in keeping us as an innovative and advanced company. Thank you.